Welcome to Wanna Bet, the daily gambling game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subtitle som känner konstigt, pappa kan så felina. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Hey, welcome to Wanna Bet. I'm Jason. Damn it. Wait a minute.
You've been getting it right. You just keep switching. I've tried to stop you.
But it's
You've been getting it
different.
right.
This is, dude, I swear this is different than when we did it the old way.
Whatever
The
you've
old
been.
way, I used to have to go
That's
opposite.
right. That's right. Where you're going right now is not right.
Is not right.
No, this is right.
What do you mean this is right? I'm pointing to the clock. I'm not pointing to you.
Okay. I'm wrong. No, this is right.
You're telling me right now I'm pointing to you.
Yes.
Oh, you know what the difference is? I don't have that second return box anymore where I can see.
Exactly
I
what.
used to have that second square.
Right. Yeah.
Dude. So just keep doing it the way I was doing it, even though I don't have, now I don't, you know what I mean? It looks wrong to me because I only have one return instead of two.
Earlier, yesterday when you did it, I was trying to stop you. My mic might have been muted, but I was trying to stop you. Like, no, that's not right. That's not right. But yesterday, I was like dead. I couldn't do anything yesterday.
Right. Well, let's deal with
Yesterday,
that
no.
first. We do have some things to get to before we get to our plays today. You're feeling better? Everything was good at the casino?
We got to talk. We got to talk to Pepto about the sponsorship. They are.
You took little tablets or did you swig
Yeah.
it?
No, I don't. I'm not swinging. I took 2 tablets. It was pretty immediate. It was like pretty immediate.
Cleared you right up.
I've never, and I was like yesterday morning when I woke up, I was like distraught. Like I'm.
I could tell you wanted to get the show over yesterday.
I was
You
done.
had something going. Something was coming out of something.
I was pretty frustrated. But again, Pepto. If anybody is with Pepto here, why don't you reach out?
The head of marketing of Pepto Bismol just happens to be tuning in.
Hey, gambling is a national thing. They might.
Well, that's
They
true
might.
enough. So you're feeling better. Did you try to sneak Chick-fil-A into the casino last night?
I did take Chick-fil-A in. I had 2 mac and cheese. I didn't eat. I didn't eat all day yesterday.
You weren't feeling good.
I ate peanut butter crackers. That was it. And then I was starving when I got to the casino. Because I usually eat after. But I was starving when I got to the casino. And I stopped at Chick-fil-A, got 2 mac and cheeses and like small ones, and then 2 chocolate chip cookies and brought that in with me.
Just stuffed it in your pockets.
Yep.
And now, like, did you just ate it right in the?
I pull it right out, show
You
everybody.
just whipped it out right in the main sports book.
Yes. It was last night was the most dead I've seen that place on a Monday in a while.
And nobody said anything to you at all. No
No.
security. You were good to go.
It was good to go. I'm surprised. The one lady in there, I mean, just takes her job way too serious. She yells at me about walking up the wrong aisle. Like, dude, that place,
Well, you do have a little bit of a target on your back.
I do. She fights everybody though. Like I've seen her kick people out all the time, and other workers like go stop her. Like you need to relax. Like you're doing too much.
Okay. Well, we are glad that you are. I can just see your cheeks are rosy. You're flush.
Yeah.
No contacts. Still waiting on contacts.
Someone got the call. Thought it would be. I was hoping it was by Saturday,
Yeah. Well,
but I didn't.
hopefully
end up having it there.
hopefully by basketball tomorrow.
I found out I have one more pair, which is encouraging. Last week I played with no contacts, no goggles either. Did we lose
Really?
you? We got
I
you back.
don't- yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. We have Buzz Osborne news. About way, Ben. Looking at my Google. Google knows me pretty well. It knows everybody. I get an alert. Tomahawk and the Melvins coming to the 930 Club in DC, July 26th. I think I have to go to that show. I have to try to do my Buzz Osborne hair, and I have to try to get a picture with Buzz Osborne. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's
That's pretty mandatory.
That's to do with the crazy hair.
Yeah, the Melvins
Yeah.
are coming to the 930 Club in DC, July 26th. They just announced Tomahawk, one of Mike Patton's many projects. I'll go see Mike Patton sing a phone book. Mike Patton, like he's up there with Nina Simone as like my all-time favorite voice.
Right.
Like Stevie Wonder, like any Mike
I like Stevie
Patton
Wonder.
project. I mean, Mike Pat, he's like up there with Jeff Buckley, like he's up there with. So I feel like I have to make that happen. My buddy Brian, who started Metal Blade Records, he knows everybody in the music business. I gotta think he probably knows somebody who manages the Melvins or something, but it's got to be me. I'm gonna have to work on the hair that day. I'm
Right.
definitely not getting my hair cut till July now. So my wife Lauren's gonna be pissed. Like if she's not pissed about everybody firing me already, she's really gonna be pissed about. I feel like, dude, here's what's got to happen. Wanna Bet sweatshirt. I have a Wanna Bet hoodie to give to Buzz Osborne. I have the Buzz Osborne hair, and I've got meaty written across
On the
the
hands.
knuckles on one hand and Ozzy on the other.
Yeah. I'm for that. How big is this guy?
Buzz, I got a feeling he's probably about my size.
No, not size. Like I'm talking about like known. How?
I mean, in punk rock circles, he's a god. I mean, the
Okay,
Melvins
well
are- there would be. Here's what I'll tell you, Beltway Ben.
national.
You've heard of Nirvana? I'm sure you've heard of the Nirvana.
Yeah, I've heard of him. I
I
think wear their
think-
clothes.
The late great Kurt Cobain would have been one of the first to tell you. Without the Melvins, there's probably not a Nirvana.
I don't listen to Nirvana though. But where would you say
That was not
nationally?
the point. You're asking about broad
Compared
appeal. You're
to
asking about impact. You're asking about impact, and I'm telling you, Nirvana, people
No.
would look at as like,
No.
well, what are you asking then?
Like, all right, take a football player and compare Buzz Osborne to that in terms
Oh,
of
Jesus Christ.
known. I want to comp. Who? Like I don't know.
I
this
want to
dude.
say Joe Namath. That's what I want to say,
No.
but that's probably
That's giving Buzz Osborne too much credit. I've
I
never
don't
heard
know.
of this guy in my life.
it's not. You're not, dude. You're not the target audience.
People who don't watch football have heard of Joe Namath. Some.
I'll get you a name tomorrow. You know how
Yeah.
sometimes it takes you some time to get your
Yeah.
dad to respond.
Yeah.
I need to write this down for tomorrow.
Buzz Osborne comp.
Buzz. Oh my God. I have to think about.
Or NBA or MLB.
No,
Whatever you-
NFL. NFL is
NFL's most known.
Paul Horning? No, I don't know. Okay. One other thing, because we do talk about otters sometimes. Beltway Bend, they built this like at the Inner Harbor, at the aquarium. They tried to create like this sort of like an area where there's like brackish water and like an estuary where they put in all these like all this sea things, like all the kind of like marshlands and everything that would make it look like it would appeal to otters and sea life like otters to see if they would come into the Inner Harbor. You know, the Inner Harbor in Baltimore's been icky forever. Like they're gradually cleaning it up. And so like the aquarium started this outside of the aquarium, this area where they try to create this like marsh-like area where hopefully like non-species who wouldn't normally be there start showing up. We had the snow the other day. The aquarium on their LinkedIn, I'm sure it's in other feeds as well. Dude, there were two otters playing in the snow in the freaking Inner Harbor, sliding like because there's like these you walk down these boardwalks to like see the crabs and everything in there. Dude, they're sliding and playing, like slamming into each other and like sliding across the snow and ice in the Inner Harbor.
That is lit.
How
Wait,
amazing
so-
is that?
Don't you have one?
We
Is that
sponsor
the
one
zoo?
at the zoo. We
The zoo.
sponsor one at the
The
zoo. Yeah, but like,
Those ones?
dude, I'll post. I'll find it. It's so awesome. All right,
That is awesome.
we probably killed half our audience, but all right, Ben, you mind putting up last night? Look, we lost
Horrible.
on the hook in Army lacrosse, dude. How did they know? Army's up 16-5. They're cruising. And then Mercer scores 2 even strength. I mean, if they were power play goals, maybe 2 even strength goals in a 90-second span with like 5 minutes to play. We lose on the hook. The Jazz game never had a chance. They shot the bed early. Houston, Kansas, that was no sweat. We're talking about that in the live betting segment on the Discord. What else about yesterday? I don't know. I feel like I had something else to say. So we went 1-1-1 in the stuff we had. Or no, 1-2. What else did we have? We had something else yesterday. I don't know.
Oh, I have it.
It's all blended together.
I have it. No, you just don't want to. The
Yeah,
other play
1
was
and
the
2.
MLB.
Yes, right. 1-2. So that's all we had. The ticket shows everything for me. Beltway Ben, Yeah, it happens, bro.
The ticket doesn't show. I have one more loss. Sorry, I was trying to post the record here in the group just so everybody has it. No, it was pathetic. We were 0-4, minus close to 4.5 units. Not as bad of a night as I've ever had. Sometimes I come on here and I'm like, it's the worst I've ever had. I didn't have enough volume.
Yeah.
When I woke up and felt the way I did, I figured it was going to go a little south.
Yeah,
and that's where it was. Sometimes you have those days. I just didn't like the slates enough. Like the NBA not being able to give us more than 3 games on a night where there's no college basketball. I mean, pathetic from them, but whatever. Make sure we still get those in-season tournaments going. Listen, Mississippi Valley State, I took a risk with the probably worst team in college basketball. They were down 1 at halftime, beating on my chest, feeling real good, and they get outscored by 20 points in the second half. Pathetic. They were plus 16.5, like down the stretch, and all of a sudden, Alabama State goes on this massive run. It was Grambling State, goes on a big run. Malik Monk takes 10 shots and only played 19 minutes. I was a little surprised there. Yeah. Wemby, I know saw someone in the comments, I think, got him live. He wasn't doing much at all early, and got it going late, just not enough. I think he ended up scoring 21 or 22 points. So those 3 were a loss, and then had another loss here. Where was that? Oh, the Incarnate Word, Northwestern State over 138.5.
That one had no prayer.
Not even.
That was like my Jazz play. I started monitoring that, and I was like, yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah. I could have gotten overtime, and we wouldn't have gotten there. Yeah. So bad read, tough read. But it happens on Mondays again. College basketball slate, you get 2 big games.
Much there.
It's not us,
Yeah. But anyway, I've been doing really well in college hoops, and we want to keep that going. And we did last night. That was a no sweater. All right. You guys have waited long enough. There's the Discord. Again, we're trying to help people put parlays together. We're trying to be as available as we can, give you leans, be real explicit about what we like, don't like. We had a lot of chatter going during the Premiership match yesterday. I'm glad I stayed off it. That was shite. But we told you we thought it was going to be shite in the Discord. So that's how you sign up.
It's a little bit over $1 a day, not too much.
I think it is 1.0628 cents per day. If you want to say the average month, that's 30 days.
Yeah, we're always chatting in there. Yesterday I gave out Jalen Duran 10+ rebounds, and the Rockets on the money line parlay that cash. Sometimes, especially in the NBA, and I know what's going to happen with the MLB, you find things out later, you see things later, you do more research later, and there's always picks available. Again, it's not that much, but we're still giving out our picks here every day. Nothing's changed here.
Nope.
This is just to communicate with you guys a little bit more.
Yeah, and again, when things change and we see they change in the Discord, we let you know. Sometimes it changes for the better.
Yeah.
Like Beltway Ben, my pick here right now. In first down, Bodo Glint to advance against Inter Milan in the second leg of their Champions League. Glimt. I always want to say glint. Whatever. Because it's like a glint in your eye. And I mean, I do think the way Bodo, the little engine that could, I do like to call him Bodo Glint, but it's Glimt. The Norwegians, they won 3-1 in the first leg. Now, look, when I played this at plus 100 over the weekend, and we started the Discord Monday, it's in there. But then I start looking around for the show, and I'm like, oh, damn. FanDuel's got it at plus 112. I played it at DraftKings at plus 100. I go into the Discord. I put it in there. We're talking about it now. Look, they did win the first leg 3-1. Is Inter Milan the better team? I guess, but I mean, this is a Bodo Glimt side that went to Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund, a.k.a. Bortman, and got a draw there in Champions League. Like, they only lost 1-0 at Juventus, another Serie A team, did Bodo Glimt, and they scored twice in that game. Like, I went into, I tried to use the AI to research this, and I ran out of time. But there have been at least 35 times where the home team in the second leg of a Champions League knockout stage has trailed by 2 goals or more from the first leg. That's happened at least 35 times. Only 9 times has that team advanced, like Inter Milan would have to here. Like Inter Milan, yeah, they had more of the ball than Glimt in that first game, but they didn't dominate it. I mean, Inter Milan only had 3 corners. The goal Inter Milan scored, I thought it was handled. I thought it should have been out for a handball. So I thought that Glimt was up for 50-50 duels. You look at the expected goals, 1.19 to 1.56. I get it. It was home. It was frozen. It was Norway. But all the pressure's on Inter. And we've got the 2-goal lead. Come on, Bodo Glimt. So did I make that clear? They don't have to win. They don't have to draw. They just have to, on aggregate, they just have to advance. They have to move on from this two-leg tie and advance past enter. Doesn't matter the score line. Doesn't matter, okay.
All right, for me, first down, we're going to college basketball market. And listen, last night I had UCLA -5.5 sent it in the Super Discord late, and well, not even that late. It actually came out around 7. And then this morning it's 7.5, and I'm like, I like that, but I'm just going to add their money line with a few other teams that I don't expect to lose. So we'll start with them. UCLA facing USC. No Rodney Rice is huge. Everybody's making a big deal about Elijah Arenas. And yes, I do think that he's probably going to be an NBA player. But to that, he doesn't pass the ball much. He's not efficient right now. And I'm not trying to, knock the kid because I do think he's got NBA talent. His dad was a great NBA player, all those things. But USC just isn't there. It's a lot of one-on-one ball. They don't play too well. Listen, Mick Cronin, insanely hectic week for him. Just a lot of losses. He's ripping the school. Clearly, the school got to him because he was more glowingly than I've ever heard Mick Cronin. I was following him, before here. So the school got to him and kind of shut that down. And all of a sudden, we talk about locker rooms quitting on guys. They go out and beat Illinois. That I can't look past that. I know it was an overtime. I know that, but they came back from down 23 points. I was impressed. Clearly, the guys have not yet quit on him, even though he's ripping them and all those things. So they're still balled in, and they have not a great team, but they're better than what USC is with no Rodney Rice. When you pay a guy $3 million, north of $3 million, and you lose him, that's big in today's college basketball age. I mean, that was their highest paid player, and he's a big time shot knockdown. So knocks down a lot of big shots. I think UCLA wins. It's a rivalry game, whatever. Troy, they're facing Lafayette. I know Troy's big is out, and since he's been out, they have not played good basketball. They're still big favorites here. They should not lose this matchup. He's going to be back for their conference tournament, and I don't know. We're going to play some conference tournament futures. I will look at them because getting that big back might help them a little bit. He's helped them through the majority of the Sun Belt. And then Indiana on the money line. Listen, Indiana, they get a better whistle than almost anybody else I watch in the Big Ten. And I watch them play a lot, and I get frustrated because I've been on the wrong side for them a few times. But, Wilkerson's a dog. I trust him to carry this team. They're going to need some other guys to knock down shots, but I think that happens. So UCLA, Troy, Indiana on the money line at -120.
I knew I was forgetting to update something else. So we've had Sean K, the first lobster named after him. Cody was the first in on the on the Discord, on the WannaBet Discord. Can you see that? Can you read it? Does it look backwards?
Now you can read it. No.
It only looks backwards to me because I don't have the regular return. And then our man Jeff Vreeland, who created the WannaBet website, was second in. Is that upside down?
Yeah, no, you can read that.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's my chicken scratch. So there we go. The 3 lobsters. And I bring that up because second down, we jumped this in the Discord as soon as it materialized. We had the Hornets laying 7 at Chicago. It's 8.5 now, folks. I still like it. Beltway Ben, the Hornets are 13-3 against the spread their last 16 road games. I'm going to repeat that. They're 13-3 against the spread their last 16 road games. If you go to NBA Advanced Stats and look at the Charlotte Hornets net rating, home and road over the last 15 games, plus 7.4, 5th in the NBA. Chicago net rating last 15 games, minus 10.1. 29th out of 30 teams. Chicago has covered one of their last 9 games overall. They've covered 2 of their last 13 games. Have the Bulls. The Bulls are 12-21 against the spread after a loss. And look, we watched the Wizards, so you didn't have to the other night. Beltway Ben, did any Hornet really have to exert himself who matters from halftime on in that game?
Nope. And
they let Melo run around and try to flirt with a triple-double in the third. Yeah. Right? He wasn't playing the fourth. I'm saying they gave him the third quarter to run around and pad your stats.
Right.
But he ended up with 48-7.
Could have used that.
So the 8.5 doesn't scare me here. And then look, we also like the over. You got to hurry on this one. Dallas and Brooklyn over 225.5 minus 14 at FanDuel. It's moving to 226.5 everywhere. Some places I look like Fanatics already had it at 227. Brooklyn's over in 6 straight at home, Beltway Ben. Those games have gone over by 9.5, 19.5, 23.5, 10.5, 39.5, 38.5. When the total is between 225 and 227 this season, the Nets are 4-1 to the over. The Mavs are over in 4 of their last 6 overall. Last 10 games, Dallas is allowing 123.1 points per game. That's third most in the NBA. Brooklyn's allowing 115. Over those 10 games, Dallas is allowing opponents to shoot over 39% from 3. Brooklyn, over the last 10 games, Beltway Ben, is allowing opponents to shoot 49.5 from the floor. Both have really, they got young guys who are going to want to shoot. I don't think it's a totally sluggish game, and neither team can play defense, so we like the over.
Second down, I'll tell you right off of that. We're going to play Michael Porter Jr. over 22.5 points at minus 120. We took him last game, and I don't like doing this where I'm like, all right, we'll take this guy here. Like we did with Hillary Knight. That was funny. It was more of a joke. But here I do think he's going to bounce back. He played well last game. It wasn't like the shots weren't there. I mean, he took more shots than he typically does. He just couldn't throw it in the ocean. They scored 2 points in the final 8 minutes of that game. If they score any more, he clears this number. I don't know. They brought him down a point from last game. He's facing a Mavericks team that are the last team in the NBA in terms of opposing points over their last 6 games. Cooper Flagg's still out. I know he's just a rookie, but he does change things for them on the defensive end, as Jason, mentioned with pace and everything that's going on in these types of games. Like Dallas, I have no concern with scoring here. If there's a team that I'm scared about scoring here, it's the Nets. And if they're going to have a guy scoring, it's got to be Michael Porter Jr., as it has been all year long. So I like MPJ to get over 22.5 points at minus 120.
Hot Zeit! We do have some other Champions League plays in the Discord that probably involve a German team, hence the Hop Zeit. Third down. Beltway Ben, we are running out of chances to fade Air Force. We are running out of them. San Jose State is not a very good basketball operation. I'm not going to try to kid you about that in any way, shape, or form. But what Air Force is doing, their acute ability to not only not cover, but not make you sweat it more than 25 to 28 minutes, no matter what the number is, I applaud them. It's preternatural. So we're laying the 6.5 with San Jose State. And look, the Spartans have covered 5 of their last 6, Beltway Ben. They've covered 4 of their last 5 on the road. The first meeting, San Jose State was laying 5.5 at home. They won 70-65. They've been covering pretty easy on the road, by the way. Covered by 2.5, by 5, by 7, by 9. Look, these are 2 of the worst teams in that conference. But Air Force is 1-13 against the spread their last 14 games. Air Force is 1-10 against the spread their last 11 at home. I mean, we got 2 more cracks at this, and then the Mountain West. I haven't even looked at the tournament. Does everybody get in the Mountain West tournament? Will somebody get to curb stomp Air Force one more time in the conference tournament? Do you know, Beltway?
I'm pretty sure
everybody gets in that one. I don't think that one's freaky deaky. So we might.
Yeah, because there are a few that don't.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody gets in. We'll check. I'll look in a little bit. But no, third down for me. DeAndre Ayton over 7.5 rebounds at minus 115. Matchup with the Magic, bottom 5 in opposing rebounds over their last 6 games. Again, I try to make this last 6. I time it out how I want. But the Magic they're not great inside. The Magic aren't playing the defense that they were last year. They're not playing the basketball that they were last year.
Nope.
And they've really struggled against opposing bigs. It's not, 2s, 3s, and 4s that are grabbing boards. Centers are tallying them up in this matchup. He's only over this in 2 of 6 games in February that he's played in. I know that's a little concerning, but he was over this in more than half of the games that he played in January. And now that you have Luka back, LeBron playing, and AR slowly coming off of that minutes restriction, boards are being taken away from him, but he's still the biggest guy on the court. He's still going to anchor down low and not really travel outside, depending on who he's matched up with when he's on the court. I don't know. I just think Ayton's going to be aggressive enough on the glass. It wouldn't surprise me if he had a double-double here. I was considering playing that. But instead, I'll just take him over the 7.5 rebounds at minus 115. If you're don't love playing stuff with a little bit of juice and want value, play 10 plus. I do think he grabs 10 plus. But that's not an official play. The official play for me here, DeAndre Ayton over 7.5 rebounds at minus 115.
I'm trying to lower that glare. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. That might be a little better. I like it. Beltway Ben, we've got synergy going today, brother, because I led you to we're just islands in the stream, Ben. That is what we are. Wow. You mentioned Orlando and that matchup. 4th down, let's do a little NBA parlay. Plus 172. We like the Hornets to win. We've covered that one. We like the Celtics to win. We'll get to that one. And we like the Lakers to win against those Magic. Look, we did not like the Lakers the other night against the Celtics. Why? Because the Celtics are a legitimate operation. That's not good for the Lakers, especially at home. But when the Lakers play mooks like the Magic at home, that's when they're in their comfort zone. Orlando is 4-9 this season straight up as a road dog. LA is 14-4 straight up this season as a home favorite. When LA faces a bottom 15 NBA team at home, Beltway Ben, they are 11-3 straight up, and they just got emasculated by the Celtics at home the other night. So we like that. And then look, Phoenix, we rode Phoenix. We love Phoenix at home. We would take Phoenix at home to cover against anybody. I'm just wondering, Beltway Ben, if this year's Phoenix is going to be a little bit like last year's Memphis. Not because all those personalities couldn't exist and because Ja was doing Ja stuff, but just because no Booker, no Brooks, probably playing over their heads. Those guys rising tides lift all ships. I don't know, man. I'm a little worried about the Suns right now. I think Boston's catching them at the right time, and Boston's been really good on the road. So that's the play.
It's going to be 4th and long for me. We're going to play two different things here. Jalen Johnson triple-double plus 259. You guys probably could have predicted what I would be giving out in this game. He's got 11 on the year. Had a few on the season, right? 11's not a ton, but he's getting more. When you take Trae Young away, assists have to come by. He's grabbing 10-plus boards in almost every game. The assists are what we need here. Wizards, bottom 4 in opposing assists. Guys can do it. Everybody does it. I think the last time he played, he did have one. So, I don't know. In this type of matchup, I do think Jalen Johnson will be able to get some assists. Like, McCollum's going to handle the rock a little bit, and I'll get to him in just a minute. But I still think Jalen Johnson just kind of off of boards, pushing in transition. I think he gets us there. We're just going to need the 10 assists because 10 points and 10 rebounds should not be an issue unless there's a blowout, which always does scare you with the Wizards, especially when they won 2 games after the All-Star break. The other play here, Hawks on the money line, Jalen Johnson double-double, CJ McCollum 15-plus points, minus 122. Had somebody in the Discord remind me late last night.
Cody.
The revenge game.
It's Cody.
Yeah, Cody. Shout out to Cody. Reminded me late last night, revenge game for CJ McCollum. Again, I have my revenge factor on. I usually find out.
Scale, like, where's your revenge factor on this one? 1 to 10 on the Beltway Ben revenge scale. Is this a 7? Is this a 8?
No, 3.
3.
He loves Washington, didn't hate them, understood the move, and it's in Atlanta. Right? Okay. Road means something. If you're going back to that spot, I see. That tails it a little bit.
The locale plays a big role in that, how much you turn that knob, if you turn it to 11 or not.
Right. Like, I would have taken him, if it was on the road, I probably would have taken him over 18.5 points, maybe. But I don't know.
Spinal tap, do the word spinal tap mean anything to you? Not the medical procedure.
Oh, no. I know the medical procedure, not the other.
Nigel Tufnell, I think it was. No, I thought not. I'm sure your dad. I mean, you ask your dad, because I haven't asked you to ask your dad anything. But ask your dad. Could you ask your dad on a scale of 1 to 11 how much he liked the movie Spinal Tap? Yeah. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. Truth teller. Rob Reiner, truth teller.
I've never heard of Us. I mean, I probably have seen it. Not a big movie guy. Anybody who knows me.
SUV though. Try to stump Beltway Ben on the SVU. Can't do it.
SVU is. I watch more SVU than anybody. And finally, the Olympics are over, so SVU is back. It's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting times for me. Thursday. I am very excited for that. I like.
I mean, no, Ice-T. You and Ice-T.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. I think he's going to be retiring soon. They're already trying to slow play that. But no, actually important stuff. I like the Hawks on the money line. Jalen Johnson, I already talked about the double-double. And McCollum, we're taking him down to 15+. He hasn't been able to get over 18 in a million games. He has been a pretty reliable scorer for them. This guy's been around, played on a bunch of different teams, and he slid right in to what Atlanta needed and is playing a good role there, right? Like outside of Jalen Johnson, they have a lot of guys trying to figure it out. Alexander Walker took a big step this year. Very big step. Still, though, McCollum's a little bit more proven. Facing his old team, he knows how these guys defend. He knows how to get to the free throw line, knocks down threes. I think he scores the 15+. So Hawks on the money line, Jalen Johnson double-double, and CJ McCollum 15+ points at -122.
Excellent. Beltway Ben, that brings us to overtime, 30 and 30, MLB edition. The floor is yours, brother.
Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set us up, and then I'll let you go, and then I'll go for it.
However you want to do it, man.
Yeah. Just because I have it in that order.
Okay.
Your play, my play.
Oh, yeah, the way you got it loaded in. Yeah.
Right. We're going to the Tampa Bay Rays, and they were always going to be one of the first teams because regardless, like they're going to add some bullpen arm. They're trying to figure out who knows outside of that. I'm right. They're not going to make many more moves. They could sell something during the season, but before the season, they're pretty set with where they're at. And they've told you that time and time again. This is never a team that's moving much in the market. They're going to try to build from within, especially now with this year with how they're running things. And they could quite honestly be sellers at the deadline. They traded a little bit away in the offseason. They brought in a lot of youth, guys that aren't going to make an impact this year. They're probably going to try to contend again in 28, 29, 30. They still have guys like Diaz, and that was a name that was being shopped at the deadline last year and certainly will be shopped at the deadline again this year. But no, I'm not buying the Rays much. I know just from our previous conversations, you're probably not either, but there is something you want to get to.
Yeah, I think this is where the story ends for the Rays being competitive, although they will make 2 or 3 players infinitely better than we thought possible and flip them for more at the deadline than most of the league could. They're a super smart organization. I think highly of them. But look, I jumped this play. Honestly, I started, you created this idea a few weeks back. So I started, digging in, and I didn't play something for every team, but I did jump on this. Chandler Simpson, 60 or more stolen bases plus 900. Look, this guy's moving to a dome. He's moving to a fast track AstroTurf. This guy had 104 steals in a minor league season. This guy had an 85% success rate in the minors, and he's duplicated that in the majors. Last year, 96 percentile in expected batting average, and that was before he got to play on this surface. Now, look, his WOBA sucks. He doesn't get on base enough, but if he walks even a smidge more with all the infield hits he's going to get, I look at this AL East, I see a lot of dudes who, like, the Yankees don't have a second baseman. The Orioles don't have a second baseman. The Orioles don't have a third baseman. Like, Toronto can go get the ball. Nobody else can. All the infield hits he's going to have. This dude had 44 last year, and he appeared in 108 games. He's going to appear on more. He's going to walk a little bit. He's going to steal second and third on Adley Rutschman every time he gets on base against Adley Rutschman. He's going to steal second and third on Wells every time he gets on base against Wells. Do the Red Sox have a defensive catcher? Maybe I missed something. Do they have a catcher who can throw anybody out? Is it Connor Wong again? Who is it, Beltway Ben?
Yeah, the big piece from the Mookie trade. The big piece from the Mookie trade.
Yeah. Wow. Like, dude, I'm just like, okay, Toronto, Kirk. Yeah. You don't have to run on Kirk. But 9-1, you want to mess around with this guy to lead the league in steals? He's going to get a run this year. This is the worst Tampa roster in forever. He puts the ball in play a ton. He's a plus defender. And I don't see him having a whole lot of competition for playing time. They traded Josh Lowe. Like, I don't know, man. And I love him in this new ballpark. So, yeah, we like it. Mikey likes it. I was trying to convince you, dude. I'm doing my best here. I'm trying to be a lawyer. I felt like I'm going to drag you kicking and screaming.
No, that's an official play. As you mentioned, the guy was top 4 in stolen bases last year, playing 108 games. They don't have the service time manipulation that they had on him. Yep. They were trying to pull out on him. No, I like that play a lot. And again, nobody stole 60 last year, but nobody in the MLB has Chandler Simpson's speed. And he's going to get opportunities with the Rays team, especially if they fall off, like Jason was talking about the potential. Like, This dude's going to be out there trying to take 2 bags every time he's on the base pass.
Why not?
You're
77 win team. What's the freaking difference? Put a show on. They can't get anybody to come to their games. They can't market this guy.
Right.
Atlanta markets the Flash. He's not even on the team.
Right.
He's the 7th inning stretch. They're selling T-shirts of that guy. Let this kid run all over the place. Let Warner Bet make their money and sell some goddamn jerseys.
Yes.
I get a Chandler Simpson. This guy's got 30 steals at at Memorial Day. I'm getting a Chandler Simpson jersey.
Yeah. I'll
He
be
could
there
have
with you.
20. He could have 20 something by Memorial Day.
I agree. I don't disagree. I know you got to run, so I'll be a little bit quick with this one. This is an official.
Do I? At noon? No,
Oh,
I'm okay.
noon, yeah.
No,
Okay.
that got moved. That's at 1.
Okay.
I'm good to 12:30.
All right. Well, for me, Jason gave out an official play. I tailed it. This is an official play for me too. I told you guys we're going to discuss a lot of stuff will be leans. A lot of stuff will be ideas for you to maybe parlay some things together. But this for me is an official play, something that I do like. Jonathan Aranda for 90 RBIs at plus 280. He's going to be the 3 or 4 hitter every day for this Rays team. They've talked him up a lot. They feel good about him. He was an all-star last year and played just 106 games. Jason just touched on that with Chandler Simpson. Not as much opportunity, all of those things going on. Now you take away a Brandon Lau, Brandon Lau, Josh Lowe. Move both of those guys. So you're taking 2 left-handed bats out of the lineup. You need Aranda to continue to play and be in that lineup, whether it's the DH role or first base. He was trying to figure out where he would play in the infield. Finally, they just came to terms with him being a first baseman. Yandy Diaz is getting older. I talked about them shopping him around. He might get moved at the deadline, whatever's going on there. During the season, Yandy Diaz is probably going to DH. They've been comfortable slowly starting to put him in that spot. Hard hit rate in the 96th percentile last year. Like, this dude mashes the baseball. I truly believe in everything he does. 30-plus guys had 90-plus RBIs last year. 42 finished with 85-plus. I think this is a number that we're going to see him get damn close to. I know we take him out of the spring training ballpark. That scares me a little bit. I don't love it. If he was there, I'd feel a little bit better. But still, he's going to play out more than 100 in the 6 games that he did last year and still had more than enough last year. I think he's going to be.
I think he gets over. I'll say he gets 12 to 15% alone from just boom, boom. Simpson lays one down, take second, take third, sack fly.
Well, right. And the way the lineup is.
Could that happen 10 times? So we need 90. Could that happen 10 times?
The issue is where they're. Yeah, no. The issue is where he hits compared to Simpson. Do they put Simpson in the back of the lineup because they love having Yandy as their leadoff? They've done that for a while.
How are you not? You're not going to let this kid be?
I agree, but
Vince Coleman or freaking Willie McGee.
They've put him down at 9 a bunch. Like that.
I know, but that's when they were manipulating service time, right? We're beyond that now. Why wouldn't you want to get him?
Because again, we'll see. But they refuse to move Yandy. They love Yandy there. But again, when Yandy goes, he's clearly the leadoff guy. Because I do think, again, I talked about it a lot throughout this. Yandy is going to be traded before the trade deadline. But moral of the story here, I'm taking a shot on Aranda. 90 plus. I think he's going to get more than enough at bats. He's going to play more than the 106 games he did last year. He was an all-star, hits the ball harder than most guys in the MLB, 96th percentile hard hit rate. And I think he's going to be one of the top 30 guys to do it this year. He doesn't do much. He's not a great fielder. Doesn't run the bases well, but he can hit the baseball, and they're going to put him in a spot to drive guys in.
I saw him demolish some balls in a batting practice at Dorm once. Dorm's really cool. There's a restaurant over the so they got the left field wall and they got the bull, and there's a restaurant there that's open during batting practice. And dude, you get shellacked with balls. Like, you've got to have a glove. It's outdoor dining.
Right.
It's like there's a boardwalk over that bull, and then there's a restaurant right there. And dude, he almost gave me a black eye. Like Sharky's like,
taking him left center.
Dude, he was hitting them everywhere. Dude, they tried it. They tried, like, they attacked that bull, and they know that people are sitting there. You know what I mean? I'm sure they have little bets like, can you hit that table there? Can you hit that? Because it is. If anybody's been there, and we've been a bunch.
I need to go.
Well, if I ever make any money again, Beltway Ben, we'll go and we'll do the show. We'll do the show from that. I'm sure
live from during BP.
During BP. Yeah.
That would be fun,
dude. I mean, like, literally, people's beers are getting knocked over. Like, if you're not paying attention, you will. And it's during BP. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. We love it. It's a great ballpark. Great town. That's the show. Went long. Sorry. I got time on my hands these days. What do you want me to say? Ben, do you mind putting the ticket back up and putting the Discord up?
And yeah, also make sure we let everybody
I think
know what's going on tonight.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Yesterday I was 1-2. Again, Army. I can't believe they gave 7 goals. 16. I thought you told me they got 16. I just said we covered that. So yeah, we're gonna go tonight probably at 7. I've got a bunch of Zooms and stuff tomorrow. Ben has some early meetings, so it's just gonna make sense for us. Now, look, that's also gonna be a situation where there's gonna be some lines that haven't formed yet. We're gonna be dealing with, less than a full deck. So we will be supplementing in the Discord with other things that we've played besides what we're able to give out tonight between now, obviously, and when we do this again after tonight, which wouldn't be until Thursday morning. That's the QR code. You go to our Twitter.
Screenshot it. You screenshot this.
Or if you go to the Twitter, there'll be the link, the Launchpad link. It's launchpad.com/wanna-bet/join. I'm pretty sure that's actually right. Again, everybody who's in there, we don't take it for granted. We truly appreciate your patronage. We put a lot into this, and we appreciate everybody who gets anything out of it. You want to bet, we want to bet. We thank you for betting with us, and we'll be betting with you again at 7 o'clock or 2 seconds from now because I got something I want to put in the Discord.